Thanks for watching Crokinole Center, and we are here at the semifinal stage from the 2022 Scenic City Crokinole Classic, and should introduce the format to start off here. This Scenic City Classic in Owen Sound is the very first NCAA Tour event that is playing under a progressive doubles format, which means players compete individually, but every game is played in a doubles match. So after one game, the partners that the players have for this particular game will switch. Partners will become opponents, opponents will become partners. That's been the style that we've been playing throughout the day, and now we are at the semifinal stage, which means we are just down to these four players. And this semifinal match will include 3 doubles games, so every player will get a chance to partner with the other once, and will of course then oppose each other player twice. And the top 2 scores from these 3 games, this semifinal, will advance to a singles championship match. So in game number 1, the partnerships are Connor Reinman and Jeremy Tracey, and Andrew Hutchinson and Roger Vaillancourt. Vaillancourt trying to hide here on Reinman. Reinman makes the takeout. Hutchinson needs to help out his team, trying for the ricochet 20, just short. Oh, and Tracey tries for the takeout and roll, bounces off the peg, and gets the 20. Vaillancourt again going for the hide, really his only option there. Hutchinson with a decent attempt there, had a pretty good line, but too much speed on that one to make the 20. There is an angle here for Vaillancourt. It just comes underneath the hole. And the takeout here will guarantee a point for Reinman and Tracey, which they get. Hutchinson needs a 20 to keep the chance for a 2 points alive, which he does not make. And Reinman and Tracey will take the first 2 points of this semifinal. So theoretically, with this style of tournament, we should see players who, might see players anyway who are able to exemplify some doubles prowess, which they don't normally get to show off. And trying to see if these players, perhaps their double success that they've had over the years and in prior tournaments is able to maintain itself when their partner is switching up each game. Reinman misses there on the hanger 20 and leaves one for Andrew Hutchinson. Gets the 20, the disc stays on the board. Tracey goes long on that. So 3 black discs on the board.
Whatever you like.
Vaillancourt misses on that takeout, so there's about to be 4 black discs on the board, or really that's best case scenario. Could be 3 black discs on the board still. If Reinman can make the 20, and he can't. And Hutchinson makes it a 320 edge, so those 2 last shots, those open 20s, really costing them, the Tracey and Reinman, and again, another open 20 miss. So pressure's getting relieved here for Hutchinson and Vaillancourt in this game. Reinman does get that 20 to go. So that keeps them with some slim chances still alive in this round.
Do you want all 3, my shooter and these 2 gone?
Tracey was lining up for the double peel there, does not get it. Oh, and Roger Vaillancourt scores one for the opposition. But now instead of 3 black discs on the board, there's 3 red ones. Reinman just a little bit offline on that ricochet. Hutchinson can make the touch 20. Pushes the 20 lead up to 2 again.
I gotta go through my own to try to get a 20 here. I'm not gonna be off.
Oh, nice shot there from Jeremy Tracey. This team's going all out for the 20s.
I'm gonna be out of work with that.
A pile up a red facing Reinman and Tracey.
Can you just get in off of that one, maybe? Yeah, if you can end up here somewhere.
There are lots of red discs on the board, but not, oh, I was going to say, but not amazing 20 opportunities, but that one, Reinman almost made. But it's another setup for Andrew Hutchinson. He's had a number of setups in this round, and he's knocked them down. So 220 edge, this should be now a victory secured for Hutchinson and Vaillancourt, and it is with that shot from Jeremy Tracey. So inconsequential final shots. Vaillancourt's open 20 just lips out. And Connor Reinman does score 20, which could be useful, perhaps, for tie breaks. But after 2 rounds, everybody at the board is tied 2-2, so it's very important to remember it's cumulative score from these 3 games that the individuals are earning will determine who the 2 players are that advance to the championship final. So they're playing a full 4 rounds with each set of partnerships and changing after those 4 rounds. Tracey and Reinman have struggled on the, or they struggled a lot in the open 20s, at least in the last round. And that struggle continues here. Nice roll from Vaillancourt.
Yeah, if you curved it a little, it never feels.
Reinman comes in a little bit more than he would have wanted. Still an okay spot, only leaves the follow through for Hutchinson. And Hutchinson will not elect for the follow through. A little bit too early, I think, for his liking, for his style of play. Just settles for the takeout. And Tracey with a great shot there. Pretty nice hide. Vaillancourt makes it through Hogan's Alley. Very important shot there. Not to give an open 20 for Reinman and Tracey. Even if they are struggling with them, you certainly don't want to give them more opportunities. Hutchinson wanted to just squeak a little bit in between the pegs there. He's left this a little bit to the outside, so there's another chance to hide here for Tracey. That one I guess he didn't like as much, though. Yeah, I guess he didn't, just hearing his comment there, I don't think he thought he could leave a good hide in that position, so he thought it'd be better to move into the middle. And Reinman and Tracey electing to go for the touch 20 here, almost made it. That's a very delicate shot there, but the precision was almost exact. Well, you need to be super precise with that shot, and Reinman almost was, so pretty impressive he got that close. Ooh, and Andrew Hutchinson misses there on his own precise shot. Jeremy Tracey makes him pay. Tracey and Reinman have been doing partnership fist bumps, celebrating their partner shots rather than their own. Two black discs on the board. Hutchinson going for the long ricochet. Over top of the hole. That will at least give Vaillancourt perhaps something to work with, although Tracey might just peel here. Well, he stays on, so there is an angle here for Vaillancourt to try something. Yeah, I don't think that the line was perfect, but at least bring it in to the inside, and he does get a mistake from Reinman. And Hutchinson and Vaillancourt with the hammer here, so potential double takeout might give them a chance to win this round without even scoring a 20. Hutchinson showing where he'd like those discs to go, but he loses the shooter and does not take off one of those black ones, so I don't think Hutchinson and Vaillancourt are going to be able to come up with a win here in this round. Hutchinson suggesting. Well, Vaillancourt lining up a double takeout here? Yeah, I don't know if Vaillancourt really had much to work with there. Now, two black discs on the board, and that pretty much leave an impossible shot here for Hutchinson. Would need a double and a 20 to tie the round. Great action on that red disc there as it rattled around. And it is Reinman and Tracey going at 4-2 now. I'm sure they'd love to come away here with a 6-2 win. That would set themselves up in a nice spot with a 4-point edge really on their opponents. And Hutchinson and Vaillancourt trying to tie things up at 4-4, make it a draw through this first game. You do wonder, with these 4 players coming into the semifinal, you do wonder who it is in their minds that they think is that optimal partner that they're hoping to score lots of points with, and who it is that partner that they're worried about that one game that they're hoping just to scrape through. Tracey makes the takeout 20 with a hammer and up a 20 now. Vaillancourt keeps his team level. Perhaps Reinman and Tracey have found the open 20s that deserted them earlier. Tracey just short. This is a tough hanger shot here for Vaillancourt though. Makes it. Owen Reinman misses long, and I think Hutchinson, he could try to hide here, but I think he's going to go for the hanger 20. Yeah, knocks it down. Now they're up 2 20s. More pressure on Jeremy Tracey. Does get that one to go. Vaillancourt hit and stick. Yeah, there's no angle there for Reinman to score 20. He'll just try to bring it in. They're down to 20. In the hunt for one more to try to tie things up. Good draw inside there for Reinman. Hutchinson will try to roll away. Goes for the follow through. I'm sure that wasn't a follow through 20 attempt though. I'm sure he was just trying to push through to get nowhere close to that 20 hole, which he's done. Tracey, all he could settle for was just trying to, again, get back into the middle, hope for an opportunity. Owen Vaillancourt almost makes the takeout 20. Instead has left a heavy hanger for Connor Reinman to try to tie up the 20 count with one shot left each. No, he misses it. Pivotal moment there. And now Andrew Hutchinson, this is not as heavy as a hanger as Reinman had. Chance to clinch these 2 points. Does not get the 20, but he rolls away, and I don't think... Well, there's a chance here. Tracey going for the rebound off a peg. Does not get the peg, and after the first game, these players come away 4-4, so that game is pretty much a wash. And we have 2 games left to figure out who will make the finals of the 2022 Scenic City Crokinole Classic. So now we're underway with Game 2, new partnerships here. Connor Reinman and Roger Vaillancourt. And Andrew Hutchinson and Jeremy Tracey. A little bit of a Crokinole Center insider knowledge is that Andrew Hutchinson and Jeremy Tracey will be teaming up in the upcoming Ontario Doubles Crokinole Championship. So, interested to see if they have some early chemistry here in this game. Now, with these 2 teams tying, or with everybody tying 4-4 in that first game, you know, it is, again, it's kind of an interesting dynamic here with this format that if one of these teams, nice shot there from Andrew Hutchinson on that ricochet. Good response from Connor Reinman, gets that open 20 to fall, and a tough leave now for Jeremy Tracey up against a peg. Just to complete that thought, it's kind of interesting dynamic now is one of these doubles teams can come away with a win here. It sets them up really well because there's only 1 game left after this. If they come up with a win, then there's 2 players who are, let's say they win, 6-2. There's two players who come out with a 4-point lead just going into the final game of this semifinal. And they're in a nice spot to make the championship game. So the pressure really builds in this format. These two black discs are grouped on the board, but are not in a spot where a double is really a smart idea to try to go for. Now, Reinman and Vaillancourt probably a little bit worried about that heavy hanger that they have left there, and they couldn't do much to disrupt it. Jeremy Tracey leans across, tries to take it out. Does not get it to fall. Almost leaves an exact copy of it for Roger Vaillancourt to aim for. That one rattles around. No 20, but he's moved things away from the 20 hole. Vaillancourt and Reinman with the hammer here. Nice little rebound shot there from Hutchinson. Gets things a little bit closer to the 20 hole. Nice rollout from Reinman. Still an opportunity with the other red disc on the board though for Tracey. Gets it into the middle but does not get the 20.
I don't think it's going to be there. So Andrew's going to try coming off this guy, and that might actually help him. So yeah, I like moving. That's super risky.
So you heard the discussion there. Vaillancourt was talking about trying to leave that black disc that he just shot off. He was trying to leave it there for Reinman on his shot. Reinman said that there was no way that Andrew Hutchinson wasn't going to move it on by going for a ricochet on the disc. He just went for a ricochet. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Connor Reinman double takeout 20, and that takes things from a very uncertain round to a lot more clear cut now. Reinman and Vaillancourt up at 20 with the hammer now.
It'll be Connor's. Yeah. We're good. Yeah, sure. I don't think it's...
Vaillancourt comes into the middle, but still leaves him in a good spot. Hutchinson gets the 2-peg rebound 20, so a little bit of pressure on Reinman, but he puts his disc into the 15, and Connor Reinman and Roger Vaillancourt take the first 2 points. Some strategy choices there for both teams, and a couple nice couple circus shots as well. But that beauty from Connor Reinman is really what sealed that one up. They get the first 2 points. Vaillancourt's first open 20. Pinballs out of the hole. Hutchinson grimacing with that leave. Not at all happy with it. It's almost like he stubbed his toe the way his face reacted to that one. Vaillancourt trying to convince his partner to go down the middle lane. Reinman likes it down the other side on the angle. And makes it for the touch 20. Tracey with the slow roll 20. Makes it. Vaillancourt makes the follow through 20. What a shot from Roger Vaillancourt. Jeremy Tracey said right before he shot that open 20, he asked Andrew Hutchinson if he should move it. Hutchinson said no. And Vaillancourt follows through with that 20. But now, good response from Hutchinson, makes the open 20. Mistake from Connor Reinman, and Jeremy Tracey picks up the touch 20 to restore their advantage in the 20 count. Vaillancourt, another good response. Hutchinson again grimacing with that leave. Worried that he's left an opportunity here for Reinman. Looks like he'll go for the follow through. Oh, hits a peg. No contact made at all. Now this time, Tracey has convinced his partner that he should try to move The disc sitting on the board as he goes for the 20 chance. Does not make the 20, but definitely has moved things away. And if there was a 20 chance for Vaillancourt in the last one, it's definitely a harder lead this time. Not sure if Vaillancourt was going for the follow-through 20 like he made before, or if he was going for the double. Neither one successful there, and 3 black discs on the board for Hutchinson and Tracey, who do have the hammer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Incredible shot there. Reinman makes yet another double takeout 20. Now, as good as that shot was, Tracey can restore the advantage here if he makes the open 20 on the reply. But lots of pressure on when your opposition makes such a great shot right before you. Yes, great response from Jeremy Tracey. Now there is a ricochet chance here for Vaillancourt. Gets it into the 15 circle. Hutchinson grimacing yet again, but I think this one's probably in the best spot. Actually, I don't know. Reinman made a couple so far, so I was about to say that might be there, but I didn't think it was. And Tracey collects. That red disc was left within range. Tracey makes the touch 20. Only a single takeout needed for Andrew Hutchinson on this shot, and they've confirmed which one they wanted to go for. It takes the one on the 15. Reinman, even if he made the 20 there, would only put a little bit of pressure on Tracey on this final shot. Just needs a takeout, which he gets.
Okay.
So after those shots, we are tied up now at 2-2 in this second game. So cumulative scores-wise, all players tied up at 6 points each, halfway through this semifinal match. Again, top 2 scoring individuals over 3 doubles games will advance to the championship final. Hutchinson made his first open 20. Reinman misses long. Tracey does not get that takeout 20, and I think that one he'll be disappointed with. But Vaillancourt leaves probably an equally as juicy takeout 20 chance for Andrew Hutchinson, and he makes it. So 2-20 edge for Hutchinson and Tracey. Reinman's open 20 just goes. Tracey misses long. Vaillancourt definitely going for the 20 here. Can he get the takeout as well? Yes, he can. I didn't think the line was right there for the takeout, and that was evident by the fact that that black disc had to rattle around a few pegs before it left the board. Now Hutchinson misses long. There's a takeout 20 chance here for Reinman, and he gets that one too. So Reinman and Vaillancourt have really turned this round, or switched things in the last few shots. And now got an advantage from an early 20 deficit. They're up 120 halfway through this round. Reinman having better success scoring the 20s than he is at dropping his 20 discs into the 20 cylinder sitting on the edge of the board. A good string of 20s here. Pressure shots. Wow, great shooting here. Hutchinson keeps it going. Pressure building on every shot. Reinman secures a point for his team. Tracey misses long, but even if, to be honest, even if he made it, Vaillancourt just would have had to stick one inside the circle for the 2 points. And with that, Reinman and Vaillancourt get those 2 points. They move ahead 4-2. So Hutchinson and Tracey looking for the final 2 points of this second game. We'll try to level things up so that we're all square heading into the final game of this semifinal. And Reinman and Vaillancourt looking for the final 2 points if they can get it. Those players know that they will have a 4-point edge in their bid to get the top 2 scores and make it to the finals. Early advantage for Reinman and Vaillancourt. Well, Hutchinson thinking about leaning way across to the side. This seems like such a slim angle. Yes, gets it. Good response from Reinman. Takeout 20 attempt there from Tracey. Just misses over top of the hole. Vaillancourt tries to respond with a takeout 20 of his own. And Hutchinson a little bit disappointed there. I think that disc was pretty far back to try to get that 20. Oh, big shot there from Connor Reinman. Makes the follow through 20. A 220 edge now. And Tracey can't even respond with an open 20 attempt. He's got to deal with this red disc out in the 10. Vaillancourt has left this one within range for Hutchinson to try to get a 20. Gets it with the takeout. Good response from Reinman again. Another crucial 20 race in the middle of the round. The one in the last round went the way of Reinman and Vaillancourt. And this 20 race again goes in favor of Reinman and Vaillancourt. Ooh, but Vaillancourt misses there a chance to put this round out of reach, but Hutchinson misses the chance to get his team back in it. Reinman just left a little bit of some daylight here for Tracey. Does it get it to fall, and that will clinch the final 2 points. We just saw the players leaving opportunity after opportunity on the table. Vaillancourt makes that takeout. That clinches the final 2 points from this game, and Connor Reinman and Roger Vaillancourt win this game 6-2, so they know they have a 4-point edge going into this final game. Reinman and Vaillancourt in the driver's seat to make it to the finals here. So, the situation going into this third and final game of the semifinal, we have the one last set of partnerships now, which will be Connor Reinman and Andrew Hutchinson against Roger Vaillancourt and Jeremy Tracey. Now, Reinman and Vaillancourt have a 4-point edge, which means if this game ends 4-4 or 5-3, the finals will be between Connor Reinman and Roger Vaillancourt. If this game ends 7-1 or 8-0, then the victor of that 7-1 or 8-0 game would comprise of the 2 players who will make the finals. And if this game ends up 6-2, well, then there'll be some sort of tiebreak, which we'll have to deal with at that point. So, for mistake there from Hutchinson. I was going to say for Tracey and Hutchinson, they want this game to be a blowout, and a blowout in their favor. Mistake right back from Roger Vaillancourt. We saw some great shooting so far in this game, but 2 uncharacteristic mistakes there. Tracey does not like that, did not want to push through. There's a better chance here for Hutchinson, going for the fall through 20. Oh, and he gets it to fall. It was just sort of sat up for a little bit, but just fell down. Vaillancourt shot just lips out. So Hutchinson and Tracey, they need this to be a blowout and a blowout in their favor. Nice shot there from Connor Reinman. Gets the 20 edge. And Connor Reinman and Roger Vaillancourt, they just need a couple points. They need 3 points in this game, and they will secure their spot in the finals. Vaillancourt struggling with his range here to start off on the open 20s. Tracey, I bet, will go for the fall through here. It was going, but the red disc careened off a peg and just stopped that black disc momentum toward the 20 hole. Good roll in between the pegs for Hutchinson. Solid takeout from Vaillancourt. Reinman just gets that one to go. The disc rattling in between some pegs. Tracey says he has to go for it here. He's talking about specifically a rebound 20 chance here, or a bounce back 20. Not too close to the 20 hole. I think Hutchinson will go for this, though. Never mind, sorry. It was a little bit too far back, I think. So he just makes a takeout, and with a little bit of fall through to push things away from the 20 hole. Vaillancourt going for a fall through of his own there, sort of as a last-ditch effort to try to get a 20 to tie up the 20 count. Reinman misses long, but a good placement there. I don't think there's a double takeout 20, although Tracey goes for it, loses the shooter. And Andrew Hutchinson misses long there, but the first 2 points go to Connor Reinman and Andrew Hutchinson, which means Connor Reinman is 1 point away from securing the first spot in the finals of the 2022 Scenic City Crokinole Classic. And Andrew Hutchinson has 2 of the potentially 7 or 8 points he's going to need to get that other spot in the finals. Oh, mistake there from Jeremy Tracey. Had the hanger 20. It was a heavy hanger, mind you, but still, he definitely did not want to lose the shooter there. But Hutchinson can't capitalize. Heavy hanger here left for Vaillancourt. Oh, and he just lifts over, and this one's a pretty easy shot, I would say, for Connor Reinman. Makes the takeout 20. So open board now. Good response from Jeremy Tracey. Vaillancourt really struggling in that open 20 range right now. And Connor Reinman makes him pay. Hutchinson misses long. Again, a bit of a tough hanger, though, left for Vaillancourt. Hasn't had easy leaves to deal with, and that one just lifts out. Reinman makes the touch 20. 220 edge. Tracey limits it to 1. Hutchinson will try to stay to the outside here. Oh, I think he got a little bit lucky there. That was a bit of a miss hit, I think. Did not want to see that red disc go that far to the outside. And it does cause Vaillancourt to lose his shooter off the board, so an open board here for Reinman. He misses long, but the leave is just accidentally excellent. Right next to the peg. Bounce back, 20 chance. Tracey does not make contact. Hutchinson open board. Finds his range yet again on the open 20s. Vaillancourt going for the angled touch 20. Just only caught a thin slice. Loses the shooter. Connor Reinman with that 20 will clinch at least his spot in the finals here at the Scenic City Crokinole Classic. Hutchinson misses long on that open 20, but it's inconsequential at this point. As we know, with those 4 points now, Connor Reinman's got a spot in the finals. And we know that Jeremy Tracey cannot advance to the finals at this point. He is fighting just to try to get 3rd place in this tournament. He cannot make the championship match. So that final spot in the that second spot in the finals is right now in between Andrew Hutchinson and Roger Vaillancourt. They are tied on cumulative points. So whoever gets more points in these last 2 rounds is going to get that second spot and play Connor Reinman for the title. Hutchinson makes the hanger 20 on that lead from Jeremy Tracey. Tracey switching angles now. Going down the side, misses long. Ooh, mistake there from Andrew Hutchinson. I think he thought about that one a little bit too much. Definitely didn't seem to me anyway like the most natural angle to make that takeout. I think he was trying to be a little bit too perfect. And Roger Vaillancourt has found his range again on the open 20. He's 2 for 2 in this round so far, keeping his team in it.
It's awful skinny from the inside.
Tracey asking for the opinion from Vaillancourt. Tracey going for the assist and the hide there, which is certainly a possible shot, but ambitious to get both to work out perfectly. And the hide was almost successful. I say almost because might have got the mistake out of Hutchinson, but players going for a little bit of closer inspection. And the players agree that it is touching line, so the hide was successful for Tracey. Unfortunately, did not leave the assist play for Vaillancourt. All he's got left is a tough follow through. Tried for it. Does not get the takeout, but a difficult leave here for Reinman. So not a comfortable spot for Reinman and Hutchinson, even though they have the hammer in this round. Ooh, Tracey. Not quite sure. I guess he was going for the double there, but ended up losing the shooter. Big opportunity for Hutchinson. Misses long, and that might be in the wheelhouse here for a takeout 20 for Roger Vaillancourt. No, only gets a takeout. And these are crucial shots here. I think the pressure is building, and I think this is between Roger Vaillancourt and Andrew Hutchinson for that second spot in the finals. I think you can tell by both their play right now. They're shooting okay, but not super accurate. Nice try there from Tracey. Misses long. Hutchinson just stays to the outside.
If there's an arms, double bump and run, it's friggin' skinny, but I don't know what else we got. Okay, if that's what you like better, whatever your shot. Whatever
Tracey is trying to suggest the double tap up for the 20. And that's what Vaillancourt ended up going for. Almost made it. Just left a heavy hanger here for Reinman, though. And he, in turn, has left a heavy hanger for Jeremy Tracey.
If I go this way, I could lose everything, but that's not terrible. For a mistake. I actually like my chances better.
Tracey going for the heavy hanger. Oh, hits a peg. Unfortunate miss there. And I think this will leave 3 red discs on the board in a pretty comfortable spot now for Reinman and Hutchinson to get the 2 points in this round. Vaillancourt needs a triple really to make things interesting. Ends up giving up a 20. Not much he could do though really with that final shot. Reinman makes a 20, which maybe it'll matter for tie breaks, because now with Reinman and Hutchinson sitting at 6 points, I mean Hutchinson is 1 point away from getting that second spot in the finals. If Tracey and Vaillancourt win this final round, then Vaillancourt and Hutchinson will be tied on cumulative points, and it will come down to 20s to see who gets that other spot in the semifinal, or in the finals. But Hutchinson, he wants to win it outright and opens the round with an open 20. Roger Vaillancourt responds. It's a head-to-head match really between Hutchinson and Vaillancourt at this point, but they have partners that they have to utilize to the best of their advantage to try to get that spot. Vaillancourt misses long. Disc just stays on the board, though, it's touching that 10-15 line. Ryan makes the takeout. Tracey going for a rebound, bounced off 3 pegs, and just leaves a hanger. Doesn't get the 20. This is a pretty good, it's a pretty easy hanger 20 chance here. For Andrew Hutchinson, he makes it. 220 edge now. Pressure on Vaillancourt. Makes the 20. Reinman goes short. Could be a takeout 20 chance here for Jeremy Tracey. Oh, it just bounces out. Tracey must be feeling snake bitten at this point. Oh, and Hutchinson, I think he saw an opportunity there for that touch 20 to restore that 220 edge, and now he knows with that miss, if Vaillancourt could get a 20 here, Tracey and Vaillancourt would be in a really good spot. Vaillancourt does not get the well, I guess he was going for the double, really. I'm not quite sure exactly. On a nice double back from Connor Reinman. Oh, a mistake from Jeremy Tracey. Leaves open board. Andrew Hutchinson makes this. I think they're in a pretty good spot to get these final 2 points. He does. Last-ditch efforts here for Vaillancourt. Doesn't get the 20. Oh, and Reinman clinches it with that takeout 20. Tracey and Vaillancourt could tie this round, but that wouldn't be enough. Not in terms of the cumulative standings. With that Vaillancourt miss, means that we will end up with an 8-0 victory for Reinman and Hutchinson, which means that they will play for the Scenic City Crokinole Classic Championship. The singles final is coming up between Connor Reinman and Andrew Hutchinson after that crucial 8-0 victory in the final doubles game of this semifinal.